Hey crafters, welcome back to Pixelated Purgatory. Today we're going to automate the sorting and storage of drops from a zombie piglin farm using the new crafters in Minecraft Bedrock, leaving us with just gold bars and rotten flesh. If you're into technical builds or just into gold, I'm sure you have one of these zombie piglin portal ticking farms laying around somewhere. But you know what really bugged me? The manual sorting, storage, crafting, and smelting of the loot. I would assure myself that everything's okay, just like that cute, professional-looking dog in the "This is fine" meme. Sorry, back to the purpose of the video. Here's what the completed build looks like and a quick run-through of how it works. Let's go through the required materials. The list is also in the comments section. Let's start the tutorial. Please leave a comment with any questions or suggestions. You will need a 5 height and 8 width space beneath your chest that collects the zombie piglin loot if you aren't starting from scratch. Go beneath the chest that collects your zombie piglin loot. Place 4 temporary blocks as shown. Place 2 chests against the 4th block so they become a large chest horizontally to you. This chest will hold the gold swords. Remove the 4 temporary blocks. Place 3 hoppers feeding into the chest you just placed. Go behind the hoppers so you can access the back of them. Place a block against the back of the leftmost hopper, then 4 more blocks down, then break the top block. Add 8 more blocks as shown. Go back to the front of the build. Place 3 hoppers against the top 3 blocks so that the hoppers point toward those blocks and away from you. Now break those top 3 blocks. Place 9 more blocks as so. Place 3 comparator on the top 3 blocks so that the back of the comparators, the 2 miniature redstone torches, are facing the hoppers. On the bottommost 3 blocks, place 3 repeaters so that the non-movable miniature redstone torch is facing toward the hoppers. Place 3 more blocks as shown. Throw down 6 redstone dust on top of the 6 remaining blocks as shown. Go back to the front of the build and place 3 redstone torches against the 3 middle layer blocks. Place 3 blocks above the redstone torches. Now go to the side and place 3 large chests so they are horizontally against those 3 blocks you just placed. Break those 3 blocks above the redstone torches. And now place 3 hoppers feeding into those 3 chests. Gonna do some cleanup of temporary blocks. Here's a look at the build so far. Now we have to set up the hopper sorting system for rotten flesh, gold bars, and gold nuggets. Open up the hopper that is farthest to the right and second from the top, and put 18 rotten flesh in one slot and 1 rotten flesh in each of the remaining slots. Do the same thing with gold bars and gold nuggets while I try to explain why this works before we get to the next part. We put 18 items in one slot and 1 item in each of the remaining slots for each item we want to have sorted below. This setup creates a threshold for the comparator. If the item in the middle hopper matches our filter and there are enough of them, the comparator sends a signal. This signal unlocks the hopper below, allowing the specific item to pass through to the chest. If the item doesn't match, it stays in the top hopper and moves to the next hopper with a different filter. Alright, back to the build. Go beneath the first chest you placed, the one that is farthest left and connected to the top hopper line, and place 1 block under the left side of the hopper. This chest will be collecting the gold swords. Place a furnace under that block so that it faces toward you. Remove the block above the furnace and place a hopper there instead, pointing into the furnace. On the left side of the furnace, place a hopper pointing into the furnace. Place a chest on top of that hopper. This is where you will either place fuel for the furnace or connect it to an existing fuel source like a kelp farm. Place 2 blocks horizontally against the front face of the furnace. Below the second block, place a crafter so that the crafter front is facing toward you. Remove those 2 blocks you just placed. Place a hopper against the back of the crafter so that it is pointing into the crafter. Place another hopper pointing into the previous hopper. Go to the right side of the crafter and do the same thing. One block level below the crafter, place 3 blocks as shown. On the block to the left of the crafter, place 1 observer so the observer is facing away from the crafter. Then place an observer facing the first observer. We have now powered on the crafter. Place a chest directly in front of the crafter. This will collect the gold bars before moving them into our main gold bar storage. Remove the 3 blocks below the chest and observers. 1 block below and 1 block to the right, place a large chest as shown, underneath the gold bar storage, but offset by 1 block. Do the same thing below the rotten flesh storage. Place a hopper connecting the chests above to the chests you just placed. Now connect the small gold bar chest against the crafter with the final gold bar storage large chest you just placed using 3 hoppers. Almost done. 1 last hopper to connect your Zombie Piglin loot with the build. Thanks for watching Pixelated Purgatory. Happy crafting, everyone. If you found this tutorial helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more Minecraft automation tips and tricks.